Hey, this is Jace with Black Raven Pit and Purpose, and this week we're doing ribs wrapped around pineapple and drenched in beer. Super excited to see how these taste. I have a feeling they're gonna be really fruity because we're actually using Angry Orchard as our beer of choice today, so I'm hoping to just kind of get a bunch of fruit flavor on these things. We're also gonna be talking about Food Bank of Lincoln, so keep an eye out for the pop-ups below. Let's go ahead and go to the prep that we did about 2 days ago. Okay, so as always, we're gonna start with seasoning our meat. I'm using honey Dijon mustard this time as a binder. And if you guys watched my last rib video, you'll know that we only season the top part where the meat is, because there's really just no point, in my opinion, of seasoning the bottom. So we'll just get a little Dijon mustard on here. That looks pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and just kind of rub it all in. I'm only using one hand, so I can keep one hand free for my rub that I'm about to put on. I don't know. I have this weird thing about like things being sticky and touching me. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, we'll just get these going here. Now for when you're prepping these, I probably should have said this before I started. When you're prepping these, you actually want to make a cut going all the way down the middle. That should just help us kind of wrap them around the pineapple. And these pineapples aren't exactly huge. So we're going to do our best and just kind of see what happens. Oh, there I go. Use my other hand. All right, well, let's go ahead and just move on. All right, so I have my Chipotle char rub here that I'm using. We're just going to go ahead and sprinkle that on liberally. Now, I'm not going to show you guys how to do this 4 times, but you can at least be with me as we do the entire process here. All right, plenty of rub. You want as much as you can on these. We're going to put on some more at the end too, so not a big deal if you miss a spot or something like that. Man, I am not good left-handed. Okay, we're just going to keep moving. All right, I'm going to go through and just get any spots that you might have missed. Well, that looks pretty good. All right, go ahead and rub this in. I'm actually making these for a party that I'm going to on Saturday. It's currently Thursday, but with my work schedule, this is just the best time for me to do this sort of thing because it's a little time consuming. Take anything that might have fallen off, press it against the sides. Definitely want to get some on the sides of the meat. Voila, looking good. Okay, I'm going to change gloves and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so for this next step, you're going to need not only your pineapple, but skewers. These I just picked up at Walmart. You can use toothpicks too, but I feel like that just takes so many of them. I'm hoping that these kind of hold well. Now keep in mind, this is my first time actually trying this, so we're just going to kind of trial and error this. Now, my thought process is, once you get your rub kind of patted down as best you can, then we flip it over. Take one of our pineapples. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I kind of want to corkscrew it. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it from the other side. So I have a thinner side and a thicker side on these ribs. This is the thin side, this is the thick side. So I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to kind of corkscrew it up. so we can hopefully get this to kind of wrap around the pineapple better. Oh, maybe we won't have to. Okay, perfect. All right, so I got this pretty well wrapped. What I'm gonna do now is just dump out some of these. Grab one, find a spot between the bone, just skewer that deep so it'll hold. We'll do another one on this side. And then lastly, we'll do the other parts. Alright, yeah, laying it on the side is the way to go, I think. Just kind of hold that in place. Get a skewer in there. Raise it up, and then jam it in there. Okay, so by the time you're done, we'll have something similar to this. And you want this as close to the pineapple as you can, so you might want to use extra skewers. So right now I got 3 to hold her in there. And then I'm going to start putting in extras just to kind of help hold it more. I want as much of this meat right against the pineapple. All right, there's one. Do another one right here, I think. There we go. And one more on the side. Okay. So once you have this all kind of put together, I would go ahead and cut off whatever remnants of wood you have sticking out. And then you're going to wrap it in plastic wrap and let it sit overnight. And then it'll be ready to go on the smoker. So this is the final result. Put on a little bit of rub on each pineapple, just going to give them some additional flavor. Also get some extra flavor onto these ribs. So now we're ready to wrap them up, put them in the fridge. Okay, so now that we have our ribs all prepped, ready to go, covered in rub, we're ready to get them on the smoker. Now my smoker set at 250 degrees. For those of you that know about it, we're doing the 3-2-1 method of making ribs, which is essentially 3 hours on as is, 2 hours wrapped in foil or butcher paper, then 1 hour unwrapped, ready to go. Also, excuse my camera moving, it is kind of windy out here this morning, so we're gonna kind of just deal with it the best we can. But here we go. All right, so we're gonna let those sit for about an hour. After that, we'll start kind of drenching them with beer here and there. I'd say about every 45 minutes or so, maybe even 30 if you really just want to pound a bunch of flavor into those things. So we'll see you in an hour. We'll start drenching. Okay, so the ribs have been on for 3 hours now. We've been kind of dousing them with cider beer about every 30 to 45 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I wrap them. It's just kind of technical with everything you have to do. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first we're gonna put that on. Take these gloves off. I got 3 pieces of foil here. So I'm bring it up and around. I'm going to leave the top open for now. Kind of wrap it around as best you can. It's okay if you kind of poke through with your needles, or rather your little wood sticks. Totally fine. The main thing is we want to keep the top open. Kind of work your way around. And 3 pieces. There we go. Alright, now before we close this up, I'm going to take a little bit more of the apple cider beer, give it a little drench, and close the top. The juices of the pineapple and the beer kind of help soften the ribs up even more. So as it's kind of smoking, that'll start kind of evaporating a little bit and add a good bit of flavored moisture to the ribs, and then it'll be good to go in another 2 hours. All right, so it's been just about 2 hours. I did decide to change up my method a little bit, just to kind of speed things up for myself. So I turned the smoker up to 275 degrees. They're still all wrapped in foil. I did stick a probe in one of them, and we're watching for a temp of 195 internal. So we're just about to hit that. I'm at 192 right now. So we're gonna open them up here in a second, and I'm just gonna let them breathe, put them on for another 30 minutes, and we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and get moving. Ooh. Probe's hot. Let's go ahead and open these guys up. I'm not going to worry about pulling the foil completely out. I want to kind of use them as a drip catch. So I'm just kind of going to open these guys up. Fold around in the excess. Just kind of get it out of the way. Let it do its thing. To get as much pulled away from the ribs as you can, because you don't want to keep cooking them a little bit faster than anything else. I'm trying to make everything the same temp here. These are looking phenomenal. Let's go ahead and get you guys close up here. We're good. Alright, so I turned my smoker back down to 250. We're going to let these sit for about 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll pull them, and we're pretty much ready to go. So we'll see you at the last step. Alrighty, welcome back. So I pulled the ribs out, put some foil over them in these trays. I just kind of kept them covered for about 20 minutes, and then they were good to go. So we're going to go ahead and give these a try, kind of see what we're working with here. I got my trusty knife. Just kind of cut off a little piece here and see what we find out. Oh man. All right, so these turned out great. You can really you can really taste the juiciness of the pineapple coming through a little bit, and then just like a hint of the hard cider. Oh my gosh, these are really good. They're just super juicy, tender. Oh, these are amazing. I can't wait to cut these up and serve them to my friends. I'm getting ready to go to a party, so that's why I had to make so many. Let's try a little bit of the pineapple here, see if that... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The pineapple has a smokiness to it that's hard to describe. And the rub. The heat of the rub really took into those. These are spicy pineapples. Overall, phenomenal. Oh, I'm gonna have to definitely make these again one day. I know I say that in probably every one of my videos. It's just this food tastes so good. But gosh, I gotta take another little bit of meat. Okay, it's official. You guys need to try this yourself because I can just pull the meat off right now. Oh, so damn good. It's just like the right amount of crispiness to the skin. The heat starts to kick in from the rub, but then gets settled down by the pineapple juice and the hard cider. These are a win. Oh man. But don't forget to check out our nonprofit of the week, Food Bank of Lincoln. I feel like right now with everyone kind of losing SNAP benefits, they could probably use some help along with all the food banks that are in Nebraska or really everywhere. So please check them out. Donate if you can. Volunteer if you can. Anything you can do to help these food banks is helpful. So do anything you can. I mean, wow. Okay. I'm definitely going to dive into these right away. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, checking out my other social media pages, all the comments and things that I've got about how good things look, or like people who have tried my food that said that it tasted so good. Really appreciate everything. Thank you again. We'll see you next time.